There were times where I was getting nervous and thinking, are we really not going to be able to beat the Bulls? The very short-handed Bulls, no Dwayne Wade, no Jimmy Butler, no nothing, and still lose. But the Raptors prevail. 125-104, they take over that fourth quarter and get the win. A lot of good things in this game. You look at the way the Raptors tightened up defensively in the fourth. I understand, you see the really bench guys come out in the fourth quarter. I was really impressed with a lot of guys. JV looked real good. He had a double-double in this game. He was 5 of 8 shooting. Very, very solid there. Kyle Lowry, he had 17 points. Very good to see him start to get rolling. Norman Powell, obviously we're hearing that maybe he's going to get in the start in game 1 of the season, have CJ Miles come off the bench. Powell had 16 points in this game. He shot 6 of 13, which is not that, well, it's 46%, so it's not too bad, but it's okay. Now, the man of the game. What a way to end off the preseason for CJ Miles. This guy was on fire. I mean, he didn't get an assist in this game, but he had 27 points in this. It looked like every three he took, he was knocking it down. He was 9 of 14 shooting, which is 64%, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, and 6 of 11 from 3. He was dynamite, and that is very nice to see him play like that in his final preseason game, especially against the Chicago Bulls, who you were playing in the first game of the regular season on the 19th of October. Like I said, we saw a lot of good things. I was really impressed with OG in this game. I thought he looked very, very solid out there. He looked very good. He had 12 points. I understand, for the first little bit that he played, he didn't look good in his first game at all. But he was okay defensively. He was active. He's a very active player, long guy, very good player, but was having tough time with the shot. We saw that early in this game, but I don't know what happened when he came out in the third or fourth quarter. I'm not sure which one it was. He started knocking down a couple threes. I think he knocked down 3 in the ball game. He was 3 of 7 from 3 in this game, 42%. Hey, that's not too shabby at all. And he also shot 50% from the field, 4 of 8. He found his shot late in the game. He had confidence. We saw him get a nice-looking steal late in the ball game as well. I was really impressed with OG in this game. Now, it's going to take him some time, obviously, to get adjusted to the game. I mean, he just came off a huge injury. We don't expect this guy to throw up 20 points left and right every single game. Even when healthy, I don't expect that from him. What I saw today was a sparkle of nice future in the kid. He looked solid. He was, like I said, good defensively. He also grabbed 3 rebounds in the game as well. Like I said, very impressed with him. I love DeLon Wright in this game. In a minute, he had 7 points, 4 boards, 4 rebounds, 4 boards, 4 assists. Thank you very much. And just the way DeLon is, right? He's the type of player that makes something happen. Same with Fred VanVleet. I was really impressed with him. 10 points. He had 6 assists, and he looked sharp. I mean, yeah, there were some times where I'm like, you shouldn't be passing that, Freddie. But you know what? That's okay. That's what the preseason is for. Making those type of small mistakes, making up for them in the next play. He did great in this game. Him and DeLon, I think, are going to be a nice guys off the bench. And, I was just really impressed with them in this game. Now, moving ahead. We've talked about this game. The Raptors end the preseason 3-2. They've won their last 2 games. They looked pretty good offensively in this ball game. Moving forward, the first game of the regular season is October the 19th. Now that is, today is what? Friday. So a week yesterday. All right, next Thursday is the first game of the regular season that is at home, taking on these same Chicago Bulls. Now, we heard not too long ago that it looks like Norman Powell might be getting the start and CJ Miles off the bench. Now, that could be something like the Eric Fair, Dominic Moore deal with the Leafs. Flip back and forth with him and CJ Miles, or just run with who's working, right? But what I've seen from both guys is that they look good. Powell got the start in this game, and I thought he looked fantastic. Like I said, his percentage, he does chuck up a lot of shots, but he's always that threat to have. And he did great in this game. And obviously, we know what we saw from CJ today. He was unbelievable. I'm okay with either guy starting. I'd love to see a flip-flop to see what works, and whoever's killing it at some point, if somebody has an off day, all right, switch it up, maybe Give him a little bit of a break, you know, things like that, right? That's what the early part of the season is for, to figure out which matchups work, who fits better with what. I would love to have CJ Miles in that second unit just because, you know, I saw in the comments, and I agree 100%, having a veteran on that, you know, on the bench for that matter, to come off the bench is fantastic. And CJ Miles, especially from what we saw today, what we've really seen all preseason from the guy, would be a great threat off the bench. You add Fred VanVleet off the bench, you add Jakob Poeltl off the bench, and then throw in CJ Miles. You know, that's a darn good shooter. Plus, with the way Freddie and DeLon move the ball, we might get him a lot of good looks. So that's just, you know, those are things that we've heard as of late. I would not be opposed to having CJ off the bench. Now, I like him as a starter. I like the way he fits with the team. And we didn't even see Serge Ibaka in this game. But you know what? The Raptors offense did their thing. DeMar didn't really show up today, but you know what? That's okay. 7 points, a board, 4 assists, and he was 3 of 7 shooting. Didn't shoot a lot, but you know what? What's the preseason for? Seeing what other guys can do, seeing what you know the youngsters can do. Like we said, OG was great, CJ Miles was great, Freddie and DeLon were great. We know what we're going to get from DeMar. He knows what he's going to give this team. I'm okay with him not taking many shots in this last game. Now, I understand people want to get hot going into the season like CJ Miles did. But we know what we're going to see from DeMar. That's that. We know what we got. We know what we're going to see. I love what we saw from Kyle today. A lot of energy, a lot of hard work in this game. We just got to keep it rolling into the first game of the season. All right? And speaking of first game, the live stream will be happening, all right? Thursday, like I said, that I'm pumped. I am pumped to get it going. The live stream, like I said, 7:30 tip-off. I do not work Thursday or Friday, so that is blessed. I will be getting the live stream going maybe 7:15, 7:20-ish around there. Follow up the Twitter down below, and I'll keep you guys posted on that when we get closer to that day. And even on the day when we will be going live. All right, hope you guys will enjoy that. You know, we'll be having a lot of fun watching the game, getting pumped up, right, all that kind of stuff, because this season's going to be a fun one. You don't know what you're going to see, and you never know what's going to happen with the Raptors. You never know what's going to happen, especially against Chicago. So it's going to be a very interesting first game. All right, so you know what, guys, that is going to do it for this one and the final preseason game for the Toronto Raptors. And finally, we're done preseason for the Leafs and Raptors. We're getting into the juice of the season for both teams, thank goodness. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys are pumped for the season to get going, because I know I am. Comment down below what you guys think of the video, what you guys think of the game, who'd you really like, who'd you not so like, and we'll talk to you guys. Well, you know what? We will talk to you guys Sunday, Blue Jays edition. That is right. I will be doing the season review and the off-season preview, because I'm still trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to do this. You know, the season was a wash. I was going to go through free agents and kind of look up that. That's something I can do. But definitely Sunday I'll be getting that video out to you guys. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of time to reminisce a little bit about the season that was. Get your thoughts. You know, the miserable season's over. You've had about a couple weeks now or however long it's been to think about it all. And then we're going to make the video and then have the discussion about what should happen with this team. All right, so we'll do that Sunday. And tomorrow, Leafs edition. Now, I'm not sure if it'll be uploaded tomorrow night or Sunday afternoon. I'm not quite sure yet. Again, I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter about what the deal is with that video. But Leafs, Habs in Montreal. First game against Montreal this season. Both goaltenders, Carey Price, Freddie Anderson, not having good starts to their season. What are we going to see tomorrow night? The key to the Leafs getting a win is Freddie Anderson being huge. Because the Leafs will find a way to pot 1, 2, maybe 3, depending on how things go on Carey Price. But Freddie Anderson has to be a rock for this Leafs team to get a win tomorrow, all right? So we'll talk to you guys then, and we'll talk to you guys, like I've been saying, Thursday, Raptors edition, Game 1 of the regular season. I understand we just want to get to the playoffs, but you got to get through 82 first. Game 1, Chicago Bulls, Toronto Raptors, Air Canada Center, 7:30 tip-off, 7:15 live stream start. We'll talk to you guys then.